What's up, guys? Welcome to this month's market update for Houston real estate. We haven't really seen much of a change when compared to the previous month, but we are seeing more activity by buyers and sellers both. Just in active listings, we saw a 5% increase up to 25,049 active listings this past month on market. And that also brought our numbers of sales up, which we had 8,688 total number of sales. The market is starting to act the way we hope for it to act and bringing in more listings onto market and giving those buyers more options for them to buy and just moving the whole cycle along and along. We are seeing an increase in active listings up now to 13,887, which is awesome because that means that most of our active listings aren't just houses that are sitting on market, is actually houses that are coming on the market and they are getting sold. So you could say that the market is acting pretty quickly and the numbers are not lying about that. In terms of the median days to sell, we're actually reducing the median days to sell and we're now to 17 days for median days to sell, which means that houses are selling in almost 2 weeks. We are now at 2.7 months of inventory, which is still keeping us well in that seller's market and still giving those sellers the advantage when it comes to list their house. Now, the main difference is when compared to the previous years where we were seeing things, go over asking price and just in a really, really strong seller's market, is that sellers now more than ever have to pay attention to what their houses look like, what they're presenting, and how their house pretty much looks like to the entire market. They have to pay more attention as to the things of what they need to fix, what they need to paint, and all the things that need to get ready in order to list a house. There's also a difference in the sense that buyers are coming in with a little bit more negotiability into these transactions. Now, that doesn't go for every house, and it tends to really vary depending on the neighborhood and the style of house within that neighborhood, which is gonna say, how fast that house or how competitive people are for that house. Now, it is still to say that the number one thing that's going to sell your house in this market is pricing. So you want to make sure that you're pricing your house accordingly. As for buyers, they're still here and they're still buying. They're still out there looking, maybe not as active as they were maybe a year or two ago, but they're still sitting at home on HAR, on Zillow.com, getting their email notifications on houses that come up, things that they see, anything that may interest them. They're ready to take action. I think buyers are starting to get used to the fact that, interest rates are probably not going to go to those historic lows that we saw in 2020, 2021, and 2019. So the buyers that are needing to buy, they're still going out there and buying, and they're just seeing what can I make work with the payment that I have now and where can I buy. Yes, it's true, it is a little more expensive to buy a house now than it was before if you look at what your total amount of money can buy you in terms of the house. But payments, if you look at them historically, if you look at mortgage payments historically, or your mortgage rate in specific, the rate is pretty historically average. You need to buy a house whenever you're financially ready, but don't let the interest rate, scare you. And if you keep following and trying to chase the market, like they like to say, if you want to try to chase the market, you're never going to catch up to the market and you're going to end up losing almost every single time. Think of the people who didn't buy in 2021 when rates were sub 4% because they said that people were paying over asking price. Well, now the prices have gone up significantly. Now, this past month, prices went up another $5,000 in the median home sale price when compared to the previous month, and now we're at $345. We're getting really close to going over what the median sale price at the hottest, craziest market that everyone thought was in 2021. So pricing is trending upwards. By this time last summer, prices have already started going down. And right now, prices are actually doing the opposite and actually going up. And we're getting more inventory on market. So that's just giving buyers a lot more options to go actually buy and keep the market running. As I always like to do in every update, I'd like to highlight a new restaurant or business that is here in Houston that I believe you need to go try out, or I want to try out myself. So I want to share it with all of you. This month, I wanted to share with you guys a new seafood restaurant that's opening up here in Houston that's replacing the old izakaya in Midtown. This new restaurant is called Josephine Gulf Coast and is brought to you by the Azuma Group and executive chef Lucas McKinney, who used to work for Chris Shepard at the famous Georgia James Steakhouse. This new restaurant is going to feature a Gulf Coast inspired menu with a substantial raw bar with oysters in a seafood tower and many other southern favorites. Josephine's Gulf Coast is now open and I guarantee you are going to love it, so go check it out. And with that said, that is all I have for you guys today. Please, if you have any questions, put them down below. And do not forget to hit like and subscribe. The subscribe button is right there, and the like button is also right there next to it, so you can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Before I forget, if you know of any new restaurants or businesses that need to be on this update and others need to learn about that are here in Houston, just opened up or coming to Houston, please put them down in the description, or you can shoot them to my email. Is right there. And I will see you guys next time.